Hi there, this is Bonrek the Orc, and once again I'm in the Celestial Tournament on the Timeless Isle, and this should be our third and final installment here. As these are the final trainers that I need to show you. And in front of me we have Taran Zhu, and over there we have Chen Stormstout, and right over there we got Wrathion. Now, against Taran here, we're going to be using a Jungle Grub, an Unborn Valkyr, and a Lost of Lordaeron.
Go back and ruin your own land.
Yeah, he's not very polite, so let's do this. Now the abilities that the Jungle Grub uses is Consume, which is good against humanoids. Sticky Goo, which is going to prevent him from swapping out his pets, which he will try to do because this pet has an ability called Feign Death, which is triggered by health. So once he's down to 50% or lower, he will try and use Feign Death if it's available, which will dodge the attack that you use in that round and swap out for the highest health back in pet. And the other one we're going to use is Burrow, which is going to help us to avoid a couple of his attacks, especially his second attack, which is always a stun. So with that said, we're going to open up with Burrow. We're always going to use Burrow whenever it's available to us. That will have priority over the other abilities that we're going to use here. Next we're going to use Consume, which is our second priority, which gives us a nice little heal as well. Now all we can do is Sticky Goo, and because he's over 50%, we know he's not going to try and feign death this time. And because being a humanoid, although I took him below 800, he healed himself above 800, we know he's not going to feign death this time either. But this time he will. There you go, which dodges my attack. He would have swapped out, but Sticky Goo prevented him. And as we've got the Burrow available to us, we're going to be using that now. I think that was his stun move again that he tried there. But he's dead. Okay, let's open up with Consume. Sticky Goo. And we're almost dead. We'll try and Consume, but I don't think we'll get a chance unless he heals. And he has. Okay, Sticky Goo again. Oh, he stunned us. We'll try Burrow, but I don't think we'll get a chance. No. So bring in our Unborn Valkyr. And for this one we're just going to Shadow Slash until we're almost dead. It's not good that he keeps stunning us, of course. And he's dead. Which is so far so good. We're a pet ahead. Well, yeah, pretty much a pet ahead. Again, we'll keep using Shadow Slash until we're almost dead. Now because we're almost dead, I'm just going to go for Unholy Ascension. Now that will haunt him and increase the damage he takes. We'll try Shadow Slash once more, but I don't think we'll get a chance. Oh, we did. No, we missed. Oh, we're dead. Okay, let's go for Shadow Slash. A nice good hit. Unfortunately he blinded us, and we're still blinded, so I'm just going to go for the Curse of Doom because we're going to miss anyway. So let's try the Shadow Slash. This is going to be a close thing, and I don't think we're going to do it. We might have got lucky there. Yes, we did. Okay. That was very close because I know our pet was about to die. So I'm not going to argue, and we're going to go over here to take on Chen. And what we're going to use against him is a Dark Moon Tonk, followed by, let's see, yes, the Runt, the Gunlay Runt. And an old favourite, the Eternal Strider.
Hey yo, come back.
Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is lay down a minefield. And the reason for that is because I want to make sure that I do some damage to his second pet. And now we're going to hit him with a missile. Lock on. And lock on again. And hopefully get a chance to use the missile to finish him off. There you go. Excellent. Nice good crit on the first bet. Let's try the missile, because I don't think we're going to last much longer. He's put us to sleep, so I'm just going to let him do whatever he wants to do until we're dead. And we're dead. So bring in our Kunlei Runt, which has some nice beast abilities. And let's just go straight onto the rampage. Ooh, we missed, unfortunately. No matter. Chirps is dead. Let's see how well we'll throw you here. Let's thrash about a bit. The first thing he can do is get us drunk, reducing our hit chance. We're going to carry on thrashing around. Any damage that the runt can do to him is going to be bonus, because the Eternal Strider is what we really need to finish him off. And his rampage is available. I think we're going the rampage. Well, they're almost dead, and we missed, unfortunately. Okay, our Eternal Strider. First thing we do is pump up. Yeah, let's bring in the Cleansing Rain. And go for the Water Jet, which we missed, unfortunately. Oh, let's go straight for the pump. There you go, he's down. Okay. Oh yeah, we've got Wrathion to go next, haven't we? Almost forgot Wrathion. Let's see who we're going against. So we'll bring out our Alpine Hare. Scourged Whelpling. And finally, our Flayer youngling.
We stand at the crossroads of history.
Okay. Now, being a critter, excellent to use against undead, and I'm not going to open up with Stampede because one of the abilities that this pet uses straight away is Ice Tomb, which will come down in 2 turns, and if I use Stampede I won't be able to use my dodge in time. So for the first couple of turns I'm going to use Scratch. There's his Ice Tomb. Then we're going to dodge, which will avoid the Ice Tomb coming down. Now we're going to go for Stampede. Which should do a lot of damage to him. Okay, he's dead, but he'll come back. Alright. Use Scratch. He's used Ice Tomb again, which I figured he probably would. We'll use Scratch again. And time to dodge the Ice Tomb. We're almost dead. And let's use Stampede, which will weaken him up a bit for the next pet. Okay, that's us out of the picture. We're bringing our Scourged Whelpling. First thing we're going to do here is Cool Darkness to reduce the healing that this pet does. That is back on full health. A nice good hit. And now we're going to use Dreadful Breath, which will damage both of his pets. At least it should unless we miss. Okay, and we're going to stay with Dreadful Breath. Okay, come back to life, which is good. And another pet down. Which brings in his last pet, but he's already taken a hell of a lot of damage from his Dreadful Breath. Now, being the last pet, we don't need to try and do 170 damage to it, so we'll... Ooh, we could try the 731. Yeah, let's Cool Darkness on him. That was a nice one. We didn't even need to use our last pet.
Ah, you have raised your pets well, and beaten some of Pandaria's most seasoned and charismatic trainers. But the trial is not over. Oh no. You shall face off against the true visages of wisdom, strength, fortitude, and hope, the children of the Celestials themselves. Be warned, they have power and abilities, the likes of which have not been seen for generations.
Okay, now on to the Children of the Celestials. And the first one we're going to go up against is Zhao. And the reason we go this one first is because I want to use the Clockwork Gnome on Zufu over there. And if we do this correctly, our Clockwork Gnome should come out totally unscathed. So, let's do this. And the first thing we're going to do is build a turret while he charges up. Quickly get our Clockwork Gnome out of there and bring in the Wild Jade Hatchling. Hopefully it'll survive long enough for us to do the Cool Lightning, which will do extra damage. Now every time the turret hits, the lightning does as well. And with the Cool Lightning, it's always good to use multi-hit abilities such as turret. And we're going to try for a tail sweep, which is just going to kill us. So now it's our Cogblade Raptor's turn. And the first thing we're going to do is expose wounds, which will increase the damage from the turret and the lightning. And again, with the lightning we use a multi-hit ability, Batter. And he's down. And once again we got lucky and 2 pets, no damage. Okay, so we're going to swap the Wild Jade Hatchling for a Wild Golden Hatchling. And I can't remember how I'm going to do this. Okay, once again we're going to do Cool Lightning. Get rid of that Moonlight. And we're going to swap out and bring in our Cogblade Raptor. And expose the wounds. Batter him a bit. And again. And we're down. We've got a little bit of a heal there, but not too much of a problem. Let's build turret. Down to 7 health. Unless he heals here. Uh-oh. Ah, look at that. Fortunately I had the turret. Got a little worried there because I missed. Okay. Now it's Chi-Ji. For him, we use snails. Okay, let's dive. On the acidic goo, which he's dodged, not a problem. We'll try the use touch. And acidic goo. A bit more use touch if we get a chance. And time to dive, I think. It's unfortunate we missed. Let's dive. Time to dive, I think. That's unfortunate, he's going to dodge it. Just go straight for the dive. No, this isn't good, he's healing quite a bit. He's healing a hell of a lot. We're not going to do this. Oh no. And I don't have 3 more snails, I know that. Ah dear. Let's see. Yep, it's the only one critter that I've got with magic abilities. Can't use an Arctic hare because I need that. Look at this, improvisation. The elfin rabbits I need for the next one. Ooh. Okay, bit of improvisation there, because I lost that one. I'm going to try a Rapana Whelk, Prairie Mouse, and a Toloi Hare Pup. See how we get on. Let's start with dive again. Chance to dive, yes we did. But we missed when we came up. Still, it did a fair amount of damage. Let's bring our mouse in. Do a bit of poison, although it's not going to do a lot of damage. It will do damage per turn. And let's go for the stampede. Dodge that one, that's not a problem. We've got 2 more rounds of it. And I think I'm going to keep up the stampede. There you go. We lost the first time, but we got lucky the second time. So there you have it, a bit of improvisation from me there. Because our 3 snails died, which are usually quite successful. Swapped them out for a Rapana Whelk, a Prairie Mouse, and a Toloi Hare Pup, which we didn't even need to use. So that worked out quite well. Okay, let's bring our Arctic Hare in. And Elfin Rabbits. Now hopefully everything here is going to go according to plan. As long as I can remember what the plan was. Okay. We'll start off with Burrow, I think. Need this up. Excellent. And we dodge. And scratch. And again. Okay, we're going to burrow again. This is available. Dodge. And scratch. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, number 2. Start off with dodge. Okay, he hasn't lifted off, so we're going to wait for the dodge. Now he's lifted off, so we'll dodge now. And again, these rabbits don't do a lot of damage, but they are consistent, and where they succeed is their ability to dodge most of his attacks, which basically gives them a long lifespan. He's not going down easy, but time is on our side. Let's burrow again. And we dodge this. 3 more rounds and we should do this. There's our second pet down, but probably won't need to, but I'm going to go straight for the burrow. Missed! Okay, let's go for a scratch. There you go.
Hurrah
That
for
is
our
it.
new champions! You have shown your own inner strength, and it is reflected in those you have raised. They are lucky to have such a strong leader. May the lessons of the Celestials light your way in the most trying of times.
Okay, well, that's it. The end of the Celestial Tournament, once again, and including a bit of bonus improvisation from me after we lost against Chi-Ji there. And I hope you found this useful, informative, and thank you for watching. And please rate, comment, subscribe. Goodbye. I'll see you next time.